The Refugee Council's been in existence for over 60 years now, providing support in the UK for refugees who arrive in the UK spontaneously or on resettlement programmes. We provide a variety of services: advice, information, support for refugees, look at helping refugees into employment, into education, to access a health service, but we also run emergency service for destitute refugees and those facing crises in their lives. And we use the evidence generated by our services to inform our advocacy for refugee rights in the UK and for the UK to provide a proper welcome for people who are fleeing persecution and in need of safety. We've been involved in the UK refugee resettlement programme, the Gateway programme, since its inception 10 years ago, March 2004. We saw it as a really great opportunity to provide protection to refugees in need of safety and stability in their lives in a different way from simply providing protection to those who arrive under their own steam in the UK. And we've been proved right. It's a remarkable success over those 10 years. We partner with Sheffield City Council and with Hull City Council on the delivery of 2 gateway projects in those cities. But we couldn't do it unless we were also working with a broad range of other civil society and voluntary sector organisations, community-led organisations, refugee community organisations, but also mainstream service providers, the health service, education, employment, the full gamut, whatever it takes to ensure that what we're providing is a stable platform for refugees to live fulfilling lives in the UK. Well, the forum was set up by the Refugee Council working with the communities of newly arrived refugees in Sheffield. And it's important because it enables the learning to be passed on from community to community as new people arrive in the city. But it also means that the Gateway programme as a whole is putting down roots in the city and reaching out to the wider community, and it's done that really effectively. Well, the picture that was emerging from Syria, both through the media but also through our contacts with the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, was that the refugee crisis was unsustainable if the refugees were only being provided safety in the countries immediately bordering Syria. So we thought, based on our experience of how effective resettlement programmes can be, that this was something the government needed to do, in addition to the large sums of financial aid it was giving to the region. We were pleased that we got an awful lot of support from mainstream civil society, from parliamentarians, from the media, but also from the general public, that given the scale of the unfolding crisis in Syria, we had to do more, and we knew resettlement was a way to show in very practical ways that we were standing in solidarity with the countries in the region. We're dealing with a global refugee crisis that's getting bigger, and it's not sufficient for the response from the global community to be anything other than global. And in Europe, we think there needs to be a European response. So we're pleased to play our part, not only in providing a fine example of what a resettlement programme can achieve, but we're using that to demonstrate to other cities around Europe that are considering getting involved. We want to show them the benefits that can flow to those cities from establishing refugee resettlement programmes, and the benefits are many, varied, and when you get into it, extremely obvious.